Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Damontae bringing you a banger. Don't forget to go follow on my Twitch, please. Here you will never miss out on daily payday content. The Biker Copycat ICTB LMG setup. First card on the deck being the Tactical Reload, which allows you an auto reload of your secondary weapon if you get 10 kills while using the primary weapon. And then this also works vice versa, so if you kill with your secondary, it'll regen your primary. And then secondary ability, I grabbed an HP buff increase. The next is head games. Each headshot actually heals you for 10 HP with a cooldown of 1 second, with my secondary ability being a 20% HP increase. The third card in the deck is this your bullet? Dodged bullets will ricochet back to the enemy that fired them, which is deemed useless in the current build, but as a secondary ability we grab another HP increase. The fourth card in the deck being Grace Period. When your health is below 50%, you will become immune to health damage for 2 seconds, and then you have a cooldown for 15 seconds. And we attached a 5% armor increase to this card. On the last card here, we use the Biker ability, which allows us to get 5 armor regen and 5 HP regen on, a kill, essentially. So it allows us to continuously give us armor and continuously keep our HP pool being regened. So as a general rule of thumb, a good LMG gunner is capable of controlling a group with staggering them, knocking them over with enough damage just being dealt to them, having the cops roll around on the ground, killing some cops, and then coming back to the grounded cops and finishing them off. Doing this will be a difference with your survival when actually using an LMG. While having the KSP for 200 plus rounds, you can shoot consistently and hold off the cops at a distance that keeps you from taking damage, which is, a pretty good thing to do. Never take damage in a build, that's kind of worthwhile. The secondary I use is a 100 damage SMG, and it can be any of the 100 damage SMGs. I just went for the Kxng, purely just for this, the situation of being able to reload it quicker, it having a faster fire rate, so therefore, if I need to come and kill a dozer with it, very, top tier and capable of doing so. The SMG really comes in handy with fighting the dozers because of its damage shield, and can be more profitable to use it over the LMG. This build has the ability to get 4 armor regens, 4 HP regens, and a 4-second time frame. Understanding how you can play very aggressive and having the knowledge to be able to do so is what makes the difference here. Now, let's go over the skills for the build here. I grabbed myself uppers so that I can get instantaneous HP regens, but do note that I'm not grabbing Quick Fix Ace because we actually have natural 2-shot armor in the build. Next, I'm grabbing myself 2 Jokers and an HP buff plus Hostage Shaker to supply my 400 HP pool. We grab Stable Shot for the LMG, and then as I've already mentioned, we use the ICTB for the natural 2-shot armor, so therefore we actually grab the skills to get to it. Next, I'm grabbing things like Body Expertise and Surefire for the LMG, and my SMG sidearm, while also grabbing things like the Unseen Strike crits, and having High Value Target for the dozers. Now as for the guns here, you actually have a couple of choices of decent LMGs to choose from, but if you're using the KSP, this is what I went for. I went for the long barrel for the accuracy stability, then the bigger the better suppressor for the accuracy stability, grabbing the bipod because why not, while also grabbing the stability increase. Then I went ahead and grabbed the LED combo for more stability increase, while lastly grabbing the solid stock for the 8 extra stability increase. Now obviously you can change your stock here into something else, it's all by choice. Now as I've already mentioned earlier in the video, you can choose pretty much any of the LMGs, or SMGs I should say, that are around the 100 damage yield. I'm grabbing the bigger the better suppressor for the Kxng for the accuracy stability increases, then grabbing the accuracy increase, while grabbing things like the scope mount, so if you do place a sight on it, it's not in the front of your gun, so you can kind of have some advantages here. While grabbing the Moscow Special Rail, which allows me to have 8 extra stability, Then I grab things like the LED combo for more stability, while also grabbing the AK plastic grip for some accuracy increase. Lastly, I'm grabbing things like the magazine speed pull mag, which has some minuses, but we have enough accuracy and stability stacked, so therefore it doesn't really affect anything here. The sights, it's purely optional. I go for the Seymour. As for the stocks, this is another kind of an optional, choice. You can go for the classic stock. Another good recommendation would be the classic sniper stock. Lastly, you can throw on the upper receiver, but it costs you your 100 accuracy, so therefore, it's your decision. With the general rule of thumb, if you have a build that comes with 2-shot armor naturally inside of the build, you're going to be able to be, quite a tanky setup, just, overall. Now, if you're actually playing with cover, and keep in mind you have natural armor regen inside the build, and then you're also bringing bullseye, and then you have to take in consideration the passive regen. You have all these things working for you, so therefore your HP barely gets hit in most, gunfights. But you have to keep in mind that if it does, you have first aid kits, you have, perk deck ability that heals you, you have the biker ability that heals you, so you actually have multiple healing forms working for you as well inside this 400 HP pool. As I just mentioned, we have a 400 HP pool, and with a Joker it throws us at 437 HP with, the Joker buff. Now that is actually quite strong considering that we go from 368 HP to 437 when we get a Joker. That right there can make a difference if having damage reduction on the field, like something from a crew chief, maybe a maniac, maybe if you grab 10% with the first aid kits and you move some skills around, these things can make you actually get 3-shot HP. Now you have 2-second immune to health damage when having less than 50% HP. This tends to really save you constantly inside of this build. And as I just previously mentioned, if you grab certain damage reduction thresholds, you can manage with a 3-shot HP, 2-shot armor, making things really tanky with an aggressive style of play. Lastly, the one thing you want to keep in mind is that you have an armor pool of 229 and you're wanting to protect it from taking 225 damage constantly. So having this in mind and knowing that lighter units that damage you with lower damage yields will hit you first before the 225s will hit you. So having 229 armor, that'll cover up your HP and it'll help you keep your uptime inside of the build. Now, I hope you guys do enjoy this build. Let me know if you guys had played the biker copycat, situation here. It's very strong, has multiple ways of being played, with armor, without armor. You can include dodge, you can exclude dodge, whatever you want to do. I just want to hear what you guys had done with the build. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do actually appreciate it. Now, if you guys enjoy the weekly build series, please let me know.